Hey, that's cool. That's really cool. That's really freaking cool.
Good morning. Let's go. United Way breakfast. 7:30 a.m. What's up, my man? How are you?
Good. You?
Yeah, very well.
Good.
Good to see you. So, one of our team members just had her scooter, a new scooter, hit by this large truck that's driving through our property. This is not a public road, this is private property, so, but people still loop around our building, and I feel bad for Hannah because her scooter just got clipped. For having 13th Street frontage, we actually have a lot of parking. So we have parking in the front for our customers, we have a little bit in the back as well. And our poor neighbors, unfortunately, don't have any parking, so they're always overlapping into our area. And as much as we would love to help them, we need our parking for our customers. So there's not a whole lot that we can do. Not only do we need parking for our customers, but we need parking for our team, so we can't let them use it. That's what happened, like going through the tight space. They shouldn't be coming through here like she is, especially with a truck that big, and ended up knocking one of our team members' scooters over. So we're gonna have to get the police out here, just write a report, and put some signs up that say this is not a public pass-through, do not drive through here. Just a little frustrating, just the things that you have to deal with that you don't expect to deal with, but it's part of the job, I guess. Just things that happen. Is on the phone.
Okay.
That's the girl, I guess. We dropped her scooter off.
Yeah.
Well, we dropped it off without a key.
Our manager gets all
So I don't like, if my assumptions are correct, then she owes money? It's unbelievable. We don't hear from this customer for like months, and we couldn't get a hold of her. We're like, you owe all this storage. Do you want your scooter back? Like, no response, no response, no response, no response. So we're like, okay, we just dropped it off at her house, but we kept the key. It's like, now she's calling. You guys dropped the scooter off at my house, so where's the key? You owe us. We'll give you the key when you pay your bill.
So I mean, typically the way that works, because of all of our stuff
Nissan. Those are cool. So one of our ideas was to get the team, our service techs, little nameplates to go over their stations. I think it's very important. Come on, here you go. I got you. Thank you for waiting patiently, though. It was very sweet. She didn't want to interrupt. I just want these guys to take pride in their area and take pride in their work. And I don't think there's any better way than putting your name on something. I mean, it's another wet, messy day, so it'll be a good day to get some work done. We're meeting at 11 to talk about back to school. There's just a lot that goes into August. You know, now we have the time to do it now and to really prepare. I mean, I wish it was busy all the time, but if it's not gonna be, at least we have the time right now to really focus and to make sure that we make August as profitable as possible, because it's the one month of the year where we just crush it. I'm interviewing with somebody from the Alligator about our helmet campaign at 12:30, and have a conference call with Kyle just about the building and stuff, trying to take that to the next step. I think he's finally got some pricing and stuff together for that. And again, it's all preparation for August. The only reason I'm doing that is for August.
I'm hungry. Today seems, like clam chowder would be good, or a good stew, like Brunswick stew, like on a rainy day, or like a sandwich, like a half a sandwich and a bowl of soup.
Where do you eat that at?
I'll bet you Adam Trim's got Brunswick stew and a half a sandwich. I'll bet you that.
Brunswick?
Nice big drink.
Adam's Ribs, huh?
Maybe a French fry. Old Adam up there, yeah.
Okay.
Talked you right into that, didn't I?
So how long have we known each other? a long time now.
10 years probably now.
He actually, was the first time I met you when you came in to buy scooters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Came
So
in.
Adam actually came to New Scooters for Less when we were at the old shop and bought 3 scooters, I think.
Yeah.
And it was for your team members, right? You're trying to help them get, okay?
Transportation.
So he's trying to help some of his team members get transportation to and from work. Came in and bought 3 scooters from us.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, no.
But he's another amazing entrepreneur here in Gainesville. I mean, this guy does a lot, for our community. I mean, how many organizations? I mean, you do a lot. I know, but you're in with the Boys and Girls Club. Are you on their board?
So heavily involved with the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay, I knew that.
But, try to support quite a few different nonprofits.
Like, what's like one of the biggest challenges or issues that you have to deal with as an entrepreneur?
All the stuff that you don't hear people talking about, and all the stuff that you don't hear people training about. I'll give you for instance. In our parking lot this morning, we had a gentleman, and I have yet to meet the gentleman. He got into an accident and ran into one of our vehicles in our parking lot. The gentleman that got hit, I think he's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure that there's no issues. The bike probably needs to be repaired and replaced. But my thoughts are, as a business owner, my heart goes out to him. My heart's sunk deep into my ankles, and I'm looking into what can I do to help the situation, how can I deal with this the right way, and then how can I help everyone involved. So I have an employee now that might, have some kind of an issue because, it's a moving vehicle violation. So me as an owner, I have to really put on the thinking cap. And I wasn't prepared for that. I mean, I flat out was hanging out with my son this morning. I was unprepared for the phone call. Thank God everybody's okay. But still, how do you keep that thinking cap on high alert at all times and still maintain a normal lifestyle?
Yeah.
Reverse side of it is I was, pretty distraught. An hour later, a guy called me and pumped me up and told me how awesome my business was and how valuable my South location is to him as a customer. So I'm in tears at that point. I'm like, well, I was having a pretty rotten day, and the flip side of it is that people care and they love what you're doing.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. I've, for a very short period of time, had 2 locations.
Yeah.
Because we were ultimately, we knew it was going to be a transition, but we were juggling 2 locations for a very short period of time. That was super, super hard. So how do you manage 2 locations? You can't be in 2 places at one time. In entrepreneurship, people are always talking about expansion and scaling and these sort of things. Like, how much of a challenge has that proven to be?
Well,
and how have you gotten around it?
The empathetic part of me had to take effect. I had to become more empathetic to what people had going on outside of work. Once I started showing my people that I care, I'm invested in what they're doing, I make them basically a family member. You're not just part of my team, you're part of my family now. I will go the extra mile for you. If you need help with something financially, physically, whatever I can do, if it's a resource I have, I can use. I've been able and willing to do that for my staff. I think the trust issue is always big. Everybody always talks about trust, and they're flat out. You're going to have people in your business that you think you can trust that maybe you can't. But until you really try to trust people, you never know till you try.
Right.
So I've had some really, really great experiences. I've had a few bad ones, but being able to trust that people are doing the right thing, and then to have those follow-up conversations like, Adam, you haven't been here and you don't work here every day, and your restaurant is still doing amazing, and your wife, unfortunately I have a partner, so my wife is much involved in the business. So we've been able to divide and conquer a little bit, but still, my name's on the cup, my name's on the sign. They want to see Adam. How do I not spread myself thin? Yeah, it's real tricky, man.
Will do. Thanks so much. All right, bye. The paint is 10 grand, 11 almost. And that doesn't include the part like what Lee, because we'd still have to put trim pieces, yeah. So last week in a previous episode, you probably saw where I was talking with Kyle, Jessica from the CRA, Wayne from Reliable Painting, and we were basically just getting some estimates together on some changes that we want to make to the exterior of the building. I think it's extremely important to have great curb appeal, and it's especially when you're on a road like 13th Street, like we are, which is a very busy road. Of course, again, being a half mile from UF, it's just there's tons of traffic that goes by here. I know how important first impressions are, so it's important to me and to this business for the first impression of our dealership from the exterior to be just as great as it is on the inside. We prioritized the inside last year, knowing that we had to get the entire company in here. It needed to be set up for our team in order to have usable space, have places for our technicians. So we obviously put that at the forefront of what we were doing last year. But now, I mean, I would really like to make some exterior changes to the building before we get into back to school, specifically August. It would be nice if it was done by the end of next month, or end of this month rather, because summer B is the second half of summer is when you get the first round of freshmen coming in and that sort of thing. So it'd be great if it was done by the end of this month, but definitely by August. And just have. We want to put some stone out there where the grass is, because the grass, it looks more like weeds. Over here on this side of the building, it's getting kind of muddy because our neighbors keep parking on it. We would like them to stop parking on our grass and on our property. So we're going to, put some stone out there, some railroad ties, mark it off, just make it look nice. And we wanted to paint the building. And I was also looking at some new doors here entering the service department. And so we're just looking at these things that would just really give our dealership more pop from the exterior. And unfortunately, it's just going to cost too much money. So the things that I have to deal with as the leader, if you will, is prioritizing what's most important. Here's Murphy's Law, right? Is I will go and spend money putting in stone on the outside of our dealership to make it look pretty, and then Mike's computer will take a crap, and I won't have the money to buy him a new computer that he needs. Or my computer will take a crap because I've been having computer issues all day, and I won't have the money that I need in order to buy myself a computer, which is obviously more important because I need a computer in order to work efficiently and effectively. And if I just dumped all that money into stone outside of the dealership, that would be really crappy. So, I want to do something to the exterior before August. Now I'm trying to decide what. When it comes to our restrictions in the showroom space, it's all about what people can actually reach. If they can't reach it, they won't buy it. So, I'm always thinking about having the little things close enough to where, for example, like this stuff, to where if you're right here, you can physically grab it, right? Yeah. And then having things that are unreachable where there's going to be scooters right here where people aren't going to be able to reach it, like things that you can still ask for assistance for. Maybe it's the helmets. It's tough because we're very limited by the amount of showroom space that we have. I think we did really good on that stuff though. It's really good with like the cases and stuff because nobody's going to go and grab a case off the wall. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that looks really clean.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want things to be reachable. So one of the things we did decide to do was invest into our showroom, keep investing on the inside. But I believe that this is going to be extremely important to letting those customers that come into our dealership know and see our culture, because we're going to have lots of videos, and I believe it'll help us sell more scooters because it will show off the product in action, videos of people driving scooters and so forth. So we got 4 screens, and the other benefit is we haven't paid for them yet. So it is on credit, but
You recording?
yep, go.
Hey, I'm Austin. setting up the Chromecast right now. It's been a long day. It's Wednesday. I don't know what the date is either.
Does that suck? I never know what the day is.
It's June 7th.
June 7th, I mean. We will see you next time. Adios.